Welcome to another exciting episode of Ancient Anecdotes powered by Listen Cover. This is your host, Ramanathan Iyer.
And this is Lalita Ramanathan.
And this is Akshat Agrawal.
Appa, who is Akshat uncle?
Akshat is Athar's father, Papa. You know him. Professionally, he's a business consultant with Gold Rat Consulting.
Appa, what's a consultant?
He's like a doctor for sick businesses. He helps businesses do better and become healthy. He loves to travel extensively. He reads voraciously, and he tells me that had he not been a business consultant, he would have probably become a truck driver. We are incredibly happy to have him on this episode. Shall I cut up these okras for you?
No, Pa. I'm all set here in the kitchen. Besides, cutting okras is not a good use of your skills. I will call you when it is time to peel the small onions for the sabzi. You keep an eye on Lalita. It's already time for her to have breakfast and then go to school. She is still sitting with her homework. Use your skills there and get her ready. If I go in there, I will surely blow my top.
Okay, sure. Oh God, peeling sambar onions. Bhago. Lalitama, what happened to the form drawing homework? Have you finished it?
Yes, Pa, I have done it. Now I am doing my maths. I really loved maths this year.
That's good to know. You continue your math stuff. Finish them fast. You're getting late. You need to keep some time for eating as well. Meanwhile, give me your form drawing notebook. I will keep it in your bag.
Here, Pa.
Give me. Let me see what all you've done here.
Oh, God, Appa, no. I don't want you to see. These are last year's portions. I just have to complete them. Ramya teacher asked me to complete these 2 exercises before the school today. They are not my current year portions, so I've just rushed through them. Take that orange cover book over there instead. No, those are my current year drawings. I've done them fully and carefully.
That's okay, Pa. Here, let me see them anyway. Yes, they look fine, but you are right. They do look like you have done them up fast. They aren't your best work.
That's what I told you, Pa.
But Papa, why didn't you want to show me these? You show me all your drawings otherwise, isn't it?
Yes, I still do. But those I spent so much effort and attention to complete. So it really feels good to show you. This is just my short work.
That's good to know that you spend time and effort on some of your work. See, I have a question for you then. So, do you like to show me the work you have done? Or do you like to show me the work you have done? Or do you like to show me the work you have done? Or the work you have done?
Huh? All the questions seem same to me, Pa.
No, Pa. Pay attention. The first question, the emphasis on the showing me part. The second time, it was on the work itself getting done. Third time around, it was on the fact that you have done the work rather than it just getting done. In the last sentence, the question was whether you like the act of doing the work rather than showing me that you have done it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So what is it?
Well, I am not sure. Sometimes it's the work. I like the subject. Sometimes, even though I might not like the subject, it's the way I have to work. Like I love drawing or doing tables. So although I might not like division that much, I like remembering the tables. Sometimes I want to show you everything I have done. So then it's the showing that I look forward to. Sometimes we have to show something to everyone who has come home. So showing other people is not as exciting as showing you. So it's everything.
Hey, thief fellow. Right now, what is it?
Now it's the work. Doing the current year work is more interesting than the last year work.
See, if you do the work just for the sake of doing, then you won't learn anything from it, or you won't feel awesome and accomplished afterwards.
What's accomplished?
Like feeling great, proud that you have finally done something. Suppose I made two dosais. One is straight from the tawa, all golden brown and crispy, just the way you like it. And another one is from the casserole, so colder or softer. Both dosais taste awesome. But which one puts the smile on your face?
Math's also done. I am packing everything into the bag.
Hey, hello, which dosai?
Huh? Which dosai will I enjoy more? The crispy one, of course.
Exactly. So, although both are dosais and both taste awesome, it makes sense how you do every dosai, isn't it?
Yes, Pa, I get it. But how to make sure that I always do the work properly and not take the shortcuts?
Lalita, 7:30. Breakfast is on the table.
Amma, coming, Ma. Appa, we are going to get scoldings. Come on, let's run off.
Sarveshwara,
Appa, tell me now.
tell what?
Appa, you need to tell me how to make sure I work properly and not take shortcuts.
Oh, that. Well, I think the story of the singing Chandala from the Varaha Puranam is the perfect answer.
Ooh, story time.
In the ages gone by, the great Varahadeva rescued Mother Earth from the Rasatala after defeating the dread Hiranyaksha. He also gave Mother Vasundhara, which is another name for Mother Earth, a treasure trove of knowledge on what devotees need to do and what they shouldn't. He explains the importance and the consequences of actions through many parables. As usual, the great Vyasadeva passed it on to sage Romaharshana, and that got passed on to his son Suta Pauranikar. This is the Varaha Puranam. This Puranam, therefore, is a replete story drome capturing conversations between Suta and Shaunakadi rishis, which records the stories that Vyasadeva heard when Varaha himself told it. In the 139th chapter, the great Varahadeva makes some interesting observations. He talks about the progress that a devotee easily makes through singing the Lord's name. Sheer progress that even seasoned tapasvis and yogis find it tough to make. Suta recounts how Mother Vasundhara is then curious.
My dearest Adideva, you have caught my curiosity now. I know singing is a good practice to culture one's emotions and purify one's speech. But now you say devotees who sing their heart out are closest to your heart, even above yogis who perform aeons of penance. How is this possible? How can singing get rid of so many sins in humans? How does it cleanse the human spirit of his vasanas? What really happens? How can devoted singing itself be a means to attain the highest? It seems impossible at first. No, you must clear my doubts and quench my curiosity.
Lord Varaha says, O illustrious Vasundhara, this is the most well-preserved secret in the universe, and I am about to reveal it just to you, my dearest. The song and me are not different, nor are the singer and I different. When it is stemming from devotion, the song, the singer, the singing, and me are all the same. By this virtue, the singer and all who listen and participate attain the greatest. They are rid of all effects of past afflictions and attain the highest. The story I recount to you is testament to this truth. This story happens on the slopes of Sangraha Hills in South India. The Sangraha Hills are about 600 yojanas away from the southern coast of Bharat. Tallest among these is the Mahendragiri Parvatam. Among the trees and rocks on the mountain, there was also a lovely Vaishnava temple, an abode frequented by so many devotees on Ekadashi. there was a young cook who also used to come every month to the temple. From beyond the walls, he used to hear the Brahmins singing inside the temple throughout the night. At such a tender age, he was so moved by the songs that he learned all of them just by listening to them. As he grew older, the habit of coming to the temple on Ekadashi night became a spiritual practice. He would be awake the entire night as the Brahmins sang their bhajans. And after everyone left at midnight, he would remain hidden and then enter the temple and sing until daybreak. At dawn, the first priest would awake and come up to the mountain to resume the services for the Lord. As days passed, the cook noticed that a particular elder priest would come right on time to open the temple premises early in the morning, right before the crack of dawn. Although as a cook he was not allowed to enter the temple, the old priest seemed to know the cook's devotion well and would not object.
Why, Pa? Why would people object?
In those days, cooks were not allowed into the temple premises, Pa. But the old priest, no, he used to allow the cook secretly before the rest of the priests arrived in the temple in the morning. The old priest would shoo the cook hurriedly in the morning. Oh, my child, how your devotion is so unmindful of the time I cannot fathom. Go. It's already dawn. Leave before the others wake up and come up the mountain. And don't forget to come again for the next Ekadashi, okay? The young cook would respond with a naughty, affectionate smile and would run down the slopes. Granddad used to tell us that in this story, the great Varahadeva decides to call the devotee as my dear singing Bhakta, Mama Gayaka in Sanskrit and Nampaduvan in Tamil. Keep this Tamil name in mind, okay? We will be using this to represent that character throughout the story. Okay, Pa?
Okay, Pa. But what about the priest, Pa? What's his name?
Ah, good question. I had asked this to my granddad as well.
What did he say, Pa?
Exactly what I'm going to tell you. The priest's name is not important. Now pay attention to the story.
Okay, Pa.
Anyways, Nampaduvan always wondered that the old priest never aged a day. Nampaduvan noticed that he himself had grown from a mere boy to a teenager to a man of 25 years. But somewhere at the back of his mind, Nampaduvan registered with some puzzlement. This old priest still looks the same. Doesn't he ever age? Another Ekadashi night came, in the month of Kartika, or Kaumuda as it was called. That night, Nampaduvan's work had completed very late. Realizing that he would end up missing the Lord's midnight songs sung by the Brahmanas, the Nampaduvan hastily rushed up the slopes of the mountain to the temple. Meanwhile, the Ekadashi recitations had started in the temple on the hilltop. As he climbed the mountain, Nampaduvan could already hear the songs resonating on the slopes on the way up. Now the road to the summit of the mountain curved away from the side where the temple was. Here, Nampaduvan's ascent took him to a certain place where a huge banyan tree and neighboring trees formed a thick canopy over him. Tadaiva chashrame bhadre chandala kritanischaya dura jagarato yati mama bhaktya vyavastitah evam tu gayamanasya gatan samtata sanbahum dhavapakasha gunashreshta bhaktarupah sasundari kausumasa tumasasya शुक्लपक्षे तु द्वादशीं सुप्ते गते जनो जाते वीणां गृह्य स चक्रमत् तदा जागरचण्डालो गृह्यते Brahmarakshasa Alpayushnadhavapako Vai Balavan Brahmarakshasa. Nampadwan's mind was filled with the Lord's songs and that he was missing them. So he didn't hear the leaves rustling behind him as he passed a bow. Suddenly, Nampadwan felt his hand being restrained by a vice-like grip. The night air suddenly fell silent and a menacing laughter filled the air. A tall and looming figure stood over Nampadwan. As the moon came out of the clouds, Nampadwan saw a strong and sinewy Brahmarakshasa holding his hand. In comparison, Nampadwan, who was fasting that day, seemed fragile and thin. The laughter died down as incredulousness gripped the poor Rakshasa. He had eaten at least 10,000 humans till date, and every single time he could really dance to the galloping sound of his victims' heartbeats. But this human's heart seemed unusually steady. Nampadwan's expression did not show fear. Instead, it showed impatience. Sir, can you please let me go? I am already running late for the Ekadashi bhajans in the temple. Who are you, and why have you caught hold of me? The demon thundered. I am a Brahmarakshasa, you foolish human, the eater of 10,000 men. Do you not fear me? Tonight is your last. You shall become my meal. Oh, long have I waited. I have not had a morsel of food for the last 10 days. Today is indeed my lucky day. Even in the face of sure and immediate death, Nampadwan's voice was calm and leveled. There was not a hint of turbulence in it. Sir, neither do I have any fear, nor do I really understand how eating me can mean luck for you. Just look at how thin and scrawny I look. I won't even make a decent meal. But if it is to be, then let it be so, O Great One. The Lord's ways are indeed strange. I have come here to become your food, as destined by my Creator, Sriman Narayana. If He has decided that I am to become your prey, then who am I to stop you? Nampadwan's icy calm made the Rakshasa splutter with exasperation. How? How are you not afraid? Tell me now. Nampadwan spoke slowly. Well, if you must know, for the last 23 years, I have spent every Dwadashi morning with my dear Lord Narayana, hearing his stuti and his praises throughout the night. I have taken a vow to do this every month till I breathe my last. And this is the auspicious Kartika month as well. So if I have any wish tonight, it is just to sing my heart out with every living breath. I wish to merge my thoughts, words and actions with him. And in death, I hope to attain Narayana. It is a lifelong yearning. And today, you are telling me that soon I shall become one with him, since you will consume me now. So my yearning will be fulfilled. So that's actually great news. Where is the need to be afraid? You tell me. The Rakshasa was astounded. You look like a simple human being, but your ideals are so lofty. I am truly impressed that I am going to consume such a perfected being. I wish to grant you a last wish, something I have not done the last 10,000 times. You can ask for anything. Money, for your family, protection, anything. Nampadwan's resolve didn't sway. Sire, Sriman Narayana is my only respite and goal. I don't need anything. I have everything. But if you insist, then I would like to ask you to allow me one wish. The Brahmarakshasa laughed. Go on, ask your wish. Although I have a fair idea of what you will ask. You will probably ask me to let you go home to your family. Know this, you simpleton. I am in no mood to lose my meal today. Nampadwan responded, Oh sir, you will be happy to know. Actually, I am not going to ask you to let me go. I am only going to ask you to let me go to the temple instead for a little time so I can spend 3 more hours with my Lord and complete my vow for this month as well. I will truly die a peaceful man then. Kim tvam deva devasya jagare gantumutsah tatra gata deva devopasam vidhina harima paschat khadasi mam vraksho jagarat vinivartitam Vishnoho stanopanarthya yato me tvatrattamamam ma preksha vaina bhadro vaidevam narayana prati jagare vinirvatse mam bhakshayadichyasi Dhavapakanavashrutva brahmaraksha dhushtatidam uvacha parnavavachaihi dhavapakam tadanantanam mithyatu bhakshase mrida punare yami tejastamam Mrigalo yemumupaya punarjate va manavaha Rakshas suvidhishta purana ganumichasi. The Rakshasa almost rolled on the floor laughing.
What a strange night it is indeed. You fool of a human, what are you talking about? I have walked this earth for hundreds of years. I threaten to eat someone, and then that someone asks me to let him go, promising to return to me willingly. The joke. Do you think I am stupid enough to believe this? You will probably run home, and I will never see you again, not even your shadow. Ever. No. I shall eat you here and now. Nothing can change my mind.
Granddad used to tell us that after here, Nampadwan pleads with the Rakshasa, citing one curse after another as a consequence to him if he does not uphold his word. Nampadwan even says, "May I get dread afflictions like the Brahmahati dosha in case I don't return." Finally, hearing the sincerity with which Nampadwan had stacked up a list of consequences that might befall him if he doesn't keep his word, the Brahma Rakshasa was finally convinced.
Oh, I feel such a sense of pride to even be in your presence, O human. He who puts his vows and commitment above certain death even. What a creation of God you are. Go ahead, I let you go. Go and fulfill your vow.
Nampadwan thanked the Brahma Rakshasa and he reached the temple hastily. The Pandits and the priests at the temple had long gone by then. Nampadwan was saddened but not deterred. He took out his stringed instrument and sang his heart out. Song after song of pure devotion filled the temple's courtyards and the sanctum. Even the walls, pillars, beams, and every single stone in the temple threw back the sounds of Narayana Hari Om from Nampadwan as though joining him in chorus. The bodhi trees in the temple premises happily danced to the tunes. Leaves rustled rhythmically, and the wind grew fragrant with the moist earth and the jolly flowers. As the songs piled on, faster and faster, Nampadwan's beautiful, heartful renders enchanted the very air around the temple. The wind seemed to carry his devotion along with the devotion of every rock and stone, every ant and creeper high up into the heavens. Nampadwan finally closed his eyes in meditation and fell silent. The loving embrace of the silence gave honor and meaning to the verses he had rendered. Soon day broke. Nampadwan's meditation was interrupted by the familiar sound of our old priest coming up the mountain and entering the temple. Realizing that it was time to leave before the other priests arrive, Nampadwan half-heartedly said, "Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya." And he stood up. As he stood up, Nampadwan noticed that there was perfect stillness in the air. He mustered a weak smile to the old man. He addressed the old man as his own grandfather, and he said, Tata, I have known you all my life, yet I don't even know your name. I wouldn't have minded not knowing it. What is in a name after all? But I feel today might be the last time I even see you. Please tell me what your name is. I want to know. The old man smiled. Amidst his wrinkled face, Nampadwan spied the most beautiful pair of blue lotus-like eyes he had ever seen. The old man's eyes had a naughty glint to them. He held the massive door of the temple sanctum for support and he straightened himself. He then spoke. Oh, what a beautiful voice he had. The temple walls shook as his deep, sonorous voice filled the sanctum. Temple bells seemed to have waited for listening to his voice and vibrated and rang, joining the old man's kind voice. My dear son, you are wise beyond your years. What use is a name for a body that will soon join the earth? If you must know, the people call me Nambikkedavan. I am a poor priest, and yet my name means the old king. Such is the futility of names. The love we have for each other is more meaningful, isn't it? But hold on. Why do you say that today is the last time you will see me? Are you going out of town? Nampadwan took some time to recover from the goosebumps that ran all over his body listening to the old man's voice. Although he was quite unperturbed about dying at the hands of the Brahma Rakshasa, he felt suddenly a pang of sorrow that he would have to leave behind the friendship of this kind old man when he dies. Nampadwan again managed another weak smile. In the eastern skirts of this mountain on the way up, a Brahma Rakshasa has caught me, Tata. And he threatened to eat me then and there. I wanted to be with Hari this night as well, so I pleaded with him to let me come here for the night. I have given him my word that I will come back after the night-long singing. It is now dawn and I have to keep my promise to the Brahma Rakshasa. That is the reason, Tata, that I say that I may never see you again after today. The smile on Nambikkedavan's face turned into concern. Son, what I am hearing you tell is that you are safe now, but you choose to go to meet your death. Don't you have a family? Don't you have a responsibility towards their care and upkeep? Self-preservation is the highest dharma. Why do you choose death over your own safety? Listen to this old man. I have lived as long as these mountains. I know a secret pathway from the southern entrance of the temple that skirts the wood to the eastern corners and comes straight down to the foothills. Take that route and escape the clutches of the dread Brahma Rakshasa. If Nambikkedavan's words were as kind as butter, Nampadwan's resolve seemed like a hot knife through them. Tata, I might be poor and I might have no real wealth to my name, but I have never told a single lie in my life. Yes, I am married. Yes, I have moral and social responsibilities towards my wife and children. Yes, all these responsibilities can only be carried out if I preserve myself. But for me, truth is the highest dharma. Truth is Hari. The foundation of the entire world is truth. All the realms are based on truth. The Brahmavadi sages attain perfection through truth. Girls are given in marriage through truth. A birth becomes Brahmana-like because one chooses to speak the truth. Kings speak the truth. Heaven is attained through truth. Liberation is attained through truth. I am afraid I can't afford to follow your instructions, Tata. I must go to my peril. I must do as I have promised. Nambikkedavan realized the futility of his advice. Taking leave of the Nambikkedavan, Nampadwan rushes down the slopes to the banyan trees in the eastern skirt of the mountain directly. One would have thought he would go at his own pace, but no. Nampadwan realizes that the Rakshasa might be waiting in hunger. So Nampadwan rushes to sate the demon's hunger with his own life. Although it was broad daylight, the demon was not hard to find. The demon was not hidden. In fact, Nampadwan had a tough time to know if the growls he was hearing in a distance were coming from the Rakshasa's throat or his stomach. "Oh Rakshasa, I have arrived as I have promised. I have spent the night with my Hari to my heart's content. That vow is fulfilled. Now it is time for me to fulfill my vow to you. I am sinless, and so I will reach Hari. Go on, eat me and sate your hunger." The Rakshasa turned around in surprise and awe.
I have never met such an upstanding human. Although you have never read the scriptures or never worn the sacred thread, you are like a true Brahmana. You have upheld your words, even at the cost of your life. You pine to be with Hari, even if it means your death. I am now eager to meet this Hari. Can you tell me about him? How can I meet him?
Nampadwan smiled and said, "How to meet Hari? Oh, I hope you have the time. Do you have 1,000 years to spare? Because even an entire lifetime is not enough to recount his glories. He can never be contained in words. But through true devotion, he can surely be attained." The Rakshasa was disheartened, but he kept his enquiry on.
Did you attain him yesterday night as well?
"Yes, the songs gave me this experience," said Nampadwan happily. The Brahma Rakshasa had probably only failed the devotion exam at school. He was absolutely top of the class when it came to finance and exchanges. So he said curtly to Nampadwan,
Then you will give me the merits you gained as a result of your night-long singing. I will use them to meet Hari. In return, I will spare your life and you can go back to your family, safe and sound. How does that sound?
Nampadwan shook his head and reproached, "My dear sir, I don't think you attended school on the day they were teaching addition and subtraction. Only if I have can I give, isn't it? Only if I had sung all those songs for merit can I ever share them with you. I deemed it my merit that I got an opportunity to sing. The singing is the merit. How can I share the fruit of some action which I did not do for the fruits? Shame, shame, puppy shame, sir." The Brahma Rakshasa let out a low growl in utter disbelief. It felt like the ground was whisked from underneath him.
But without merits, how will I reach Hari? Okay, give me the merits only to the songs that you sang after midnight. This must be lesser in number. Just give me those to me. I will still spare your life.
Nampadwan was thoroughly smiling now. "What merits are you talking about, sir? I don't think you passed the language paper also, let alone maths. I didn't sing for merits, so I don't have any merits to share." Brahmarakshasovachah Shrutva dhavapak satyamashtaha Uvacha madhuram vakyam brahmarakshasame Yadyaham vai chandalo nivritta papakarmanaha Satyam vakyam vai brahmarakshasanischaya Dhavapakavachanam shrutva brahmarakshabhayam Uvacha madhuram vakyam dhavapakam samshitavratam yatvaya giyate ratrau Vishno jagaranam prati phalam geetasya me dehi yadi ichhe jeevitamatmanaha Brahmarakshasovāca Shrutva Dhavapākaha Krutaraschaya उवाच मधुरं वाक्यं ब्रह्मराक्षससंसदि यद्यद्भावितं पूर्वं ततसत्यं तु कृतं मया खादाद्रक्षो मांसे न दन्दे गीतश्च फलम्. The Brahma Rakshasa was visibly clenching his teeth now. He muttered under his breath,
Oh, my stars! I have gotten a tough nut to crack. If only I was not so fed up of this Brahma Rakshasa life. I think it would be easier to crack him open rather than bargaining with him. Oh, but then who liberated me? Sadhu, sadhu. Calm down. Come on, give me some rope here.
he said to Nampadwan.
I hear you humans measure time in terms of praharas. You are a singer, you should know. Classical music differentiates the day to have 8 praharas. Just give me the benefits of the songs you sang in the last prahara, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. alone. Come on now, how many songs would you have sung? Just 3 hours. Give me those merits to me at least.
Nampadwan added a hint of impatience to his voice. Sir, let us both do what we are good at. I am good at keeping promises. You are good at eating humans. I have just completed my end of the bargain. Just go ahead and complete your end. Just eat me up. I have an important meeting with Hari in Vaikunta, you know. The Brahma Rakshasa let out what sounded like a marriage between a growl, a gasp, and a splutter.
What's that sound called, Pa?
I don't know, Papa. A gutter or sproul or glass, but I don't know, whatever. Now pay attention. The Rakshasa said angrily,
What part of I want to come to Vaikunta as well? Can you not understand? Give me a working solution. I heard the saints say that people who hear the song of Hari also get to go to Vaikunta. Just hand over the benefit of that last song. That's it. One measly song. Come on. I already feel like a trader of peanuts, bargaining with a beggar who wants to pay in coins of very low denominations. One song, man.
It seemed like Nampadwan's will was stuck to his stand with a synthetic adhesive. Sir, what is 2 plus 2?
4.
The Rakshasa growled. How about 2 plus 2? Nampadwan repeated.
I just told you. 4.
No, I am talking about 2 plus 2, Nampadwan persisted.
Yes, I heard you. 4, you stupid human. And what has that got to do with the song's merit anyway?
The Brahma Rakshasa let out a roar. You see, this is exactly how I feel. I have nothing to give, and the answer is not going to change because you ask again and again, said Nampadwan with a sweet voice and a beaming smile. There was a thundering silence. Nampadwan braced himself for another loud outburst from the Rakshasa, but all he heard was a sad whimper.
Can't we make this work at all? Am I cursed to be in this Rakshasa yoni forever and ever?
Wailed the Rakshasa. Oh, sir, compose yourself. At first, all you wanted was to eat me, isn't it? That hunger was your foremost need. Something you have done all your life. I am just your next meal. And here I am giving you exactly that. But no, you don't want to eat me now. You want to attain Hari and you are willing to beg of me. Where has this hunger for liberation come from? Why do you seek it now? And if you are indeed a being who values liberation, how did you become a Rakshasa in the first place? I simply don't understand, asked Nampadwan curiously. The Rakshasa disclosed the journey of his soul over the ages.
In a previous birth, I was once a Brahmana from the great Charaka lineage. I was called Soma Sharma. Our family was entrusted with performing the Yaksha Karma ritual, keeping 5 vows for 5 nights. I was told by my father that I should just perform the ritual without any expectations. But I heard my father tell my mother about the benefits of performing the ritual. Since I became focused merely on getting the benefits of the ritual, I did not perform the ritual properly. I just did it for the sake of doing it. I completed it quickly. Since I enjoyed the merits of the ritual without putting the right amount of effort and focus. I experienced pain in that lifetime. And once I died, I became a Brahma Rakshasa. Now I must relieve myself of this curse. The feet of the Hari seems to be the only way out from what you say. This is why I keep asking you for the merits of your singing.
Nampadwan was clear as to what needed to be done. He said in a clear voice, "My dear sir, I will tell you what I am hearing from you. You tell me that several lifetimes before you did something focusing only on the merits of the action alone. As a result, you became a Rakshasa. Now you want to rid yourself of this curse. And so you are focusing on the merits of my singing. Have I got it right thus far?" The Rakshasa was no fool. He got the problem immediately.
I see what you mean. Oh, human, what you're telling me is that I should focus on the action rather than on the merits. Otherwise, I'll become another Rakshasa. But what should I do now?
Nampadwan was ready with the answer. "Oh, that's easy, sir. Let us sing to Hari. That is the only thing I am good at. Let us both sing our hearts out. Let us cherish this opportunity to sing." The Rakshasa's eyes opened wide in disbelief.
Sing? Me? But I won't know the lyrics or the tune. Not to mention, my voice is not cultured. No one wants to listen to my well-practiced growl. Who will want to listen to my unpracticed singing instead? What is the point of this anyway? What would happen as a result of...
Nampadwan affectionately put a finger to close the Rakshasa's lips. No. We are not going to bother about the merits or the result. We will just sing. Are we clear? The Rakshasa agreed grumpily.
Okay, then lead the way.
Nampadwan twanged his instrument enthusiastically. He chanted Om 3 times. And then started singing.
Pavanam sarvalokesham bhaktavaanchitadainam bhavayami sada vishnum suryakoti samananam. Sing. Why are you blinking? Sing no.
The Rakshasa would uncomfortably look the other way or pretend not to understand the lines. But Nampadwan kept repeating the lines until the Rakshasa chimed in awkwardly.
Pavanam sarvalokesham bhaktavaanchitadainam bhavayami sada vishnum suryakoti samananam.
Pavanam sarvalokesham bhaktavaanchitadainam bhavayami sada vishnum suryakoti samananam.
But wonders of wonders, his voice, as soon as the Rakshasa's voice started singing, it lost its guttural sound. It became more and more human-like. The Rakshasa sang along more and more. Pavanam sarvalokesham bhaktavaanchitadayinam bhavayami sada vishnum suryakoti samananam. It became more and more graceful without his knowledge. He started clapping his hand slowly at first and then more and more in rhythm.
Sitapate napai nikabhiman mu leda vatatmajarchita pada na moralanu vinarada.
ఆతురముఖ కరిరాజుని బ్రోచిన వాసుదేవుడే నీవు కదా. ఆతురముఖ కరిరాజుని బ్రోచిన వాసుదేవుడే నీవు కదా. నా పాతకమెల్ల పోగొట్టి గట్టిగా నా చెయ్యి పట్టి విడువక పాతకమెల్ల పోగొట్టి గట్టిగా నా చెయ్యి పట్టి విడువక సనిద పదని సని నిద పమ పాదమా. As the songs continued to progress, their singing became lesser and lesser audible to the world. Although they were both singing their hearts out loudly by now, a silence enveloped them both. Time seemed to slow down. Their sounds resonated into the unseen Chidakasha. A blinding light descended from the heavens and wrapped around the Rakshasa's dark, sinewy body. His body became effulgent and transformed into that of a divine being. Not far away, Nambikalavan completed his chores around the temple and prepared to leave the premises. He looked up from his work and smiled and said, "Welcome home, you two." The light that enveloped the erstwhile Rakshasa now enveloped Nambikalavan and Nampaduvan as well. Nampaduvan's songs meanwhile became faster and faster, and the light grew brighter and brighter. It is said that when Nampaduvan completed the song, all the three beings, the Rakshasa, Nambikalavan, and Nampaduvan, all disappeared simultaneously from the face of the earth, never to be seen again.
Appa, oh God, is the story over? I am filled with questions. What happens to the Rakshasa? Is Nambikalavan verily Narayana himself? Where did Nampaduvan go?
Whoa. One question at a time, Papa. Granddad used to tell us that the Brahma Rakshasa becomes Soma Sharma and gains Vaikuntapadam. He meets Lord Narayana, and so does Nampaduvan. I think Nambikalavan being Narayana himself was very evident right from the start, isn't it? Soma Sharma finally realizes that devoted actions and efforts are more important than their merits. Lord Narayana blesses him with a boon. Soma Sharma asks,
"Oh Lord, I have all that I need. I really need nothing. If anything, I just wish you granted me a small role in your grand avataras."
Sriman Narayana says,
Soma Sharma, may you reside next to my ears as the fish symbols in my earrings. You are a devout deva now, but there is a lot you have to teach the world. You will accompany me during the Krishna Avatara. You will be a bell in Gokulam. I will ask you not to toll when I consume the butter. I will proceed to eat the butter. You will disobey my direct order and will teach the world the importance of doing one's duty even if God asks you not to do. As a result of this act, you will always be next to me. This is a lovely story, isn't it, Akshat uncle?
Yes, indeed. Often as we grow up, we end up doing things only to achieve something. This takes away the fun of doing the activity per se and instead increases the pressure by getting one to focus on the achievement. Our focus then shifts to analyzing our success and failure instead of just enjoying the activity itself. When one does any activity just for the fun of it, the joy and learning that he or she derives from this is long lasting and much more valuable. This story is a very good way to show both children and parents alike that if one does the activity just for the sake of it without any expectation of the return, he or she can even achieve God.
So, Appa, doing one's duty 100%, no matter the consequence, is the real way to live our lives.
Yes, good job. That is the core symbolism behind the story. Your bus driver is here right on time. He's also doing his duty. You should also do your duty. Go, 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 go.
Appa, wait. Aren't you going to tell me what happened to Nampaduan? And where is this temple where all this happened? Appa!
Hear it first on
Ancient Anecdotes.
your favorite podcast streaming providers.
Tune in every week for a brand new episode.